All right, hi everyone. Lorenzo here. That's Todd. Alana thing. Before we do all the big intros, what you are gonna watch was a recording of us. Basically, this was gonna be the Halloween episode, but now it's gonna be the Halloween episode. Todd's gonna be editing the previous episode. I'm gonna actually test it as a pilot for another fun podcast idea that we've been trying to push. I'm gonna see how it does with everyone. I've been joking around saying it's going to be called The Podcast with No Name based off the bar with no name from Marvel Comics because I just want it to be like a yapping podcast. So we're going to try and test it as a pilot, and if people actually like us continuously just yapping about anything, then yeah, we're going to go full force with The Podcast with No Name.
Well, you know what's funny is when James Gunn announced the next direct-to-video, it was Jurassic League.
Yeah.
And everyone went nuts. You're like, we're making Jurassic League, but you wouldn't give us Batman Beyond? And everyone's like, James was like, that was before me. By the way, welcome to the DC, guys. I'm Todd.
I'm Adam, or shall I say, I'm Batman. But
Wait a minute. Wait a damn block.
you suck.
So tell me, what's become of my ship? Also, why the fuck are you gambling? This is DC, guys, you dumb fuck.
Yeah, I know. I lost a bet.
What
I'm Alana.
was the
No,
bet?
you're wrong. Well, what was the bet? I want to know more about the story behind the bet.
Before we announce and we get into my hi, I'm alive and I'm back. What is this bet?
Bet was she chose the costume.
Well, you did it last time.
I did.
So
This is going to be your Motor City Comic Con costume?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I won't.
sure is.
So, you guys see what happens when I leave the children alone for 5 minutes and this podcast goes from DC
Hey,
to a Marvel show and tell
DC
contest.
Marvel crossover.
But this isn't the point of the episode. Now is it?
I have
We're
a
talking
bad
about
Halloween.
We're talking about DC Halloween throughout the history
Halloween.
with this fun episode with Deceased.
I hate
We're going to
Batman
Batman vs.
shirt.
Dracula,
It's-
Todd's favorite, Scooby-Doo Apocalypse.
Oh, I wanted to keep that a surprise. Thanks a
Well,
lot.
it's still going to be a surprise.
Yeah, it's still a surprise.
Until they actually watch the episode.
But,
But hi, guys. I'm alive. You guys haven't seen me in a while. Work took over. I work nights now, so that sucks. That kind of put a damper on a lot of podcast recordings and a lot of stuff we do for Superhero HQ, which kind of sucks. But in that time, Instagram took off. Surprisingly.
Yes, it did.
Like, holy shit. Fucking Instagram's been, I've been having so much fun doing Instagram content. Like, that's unreal. A few other things have happened. I don't know. Like, what has happened? Like, I could give my input on. Like, I haven't been here for a while.
Instagram has been taken off.
Yeah, but I want to talk about like DC stuff. Like, what's happened, or like, what's something notable that I could probably give like my like DC.
I mean,
thoughts on.
the big thing, we had a couple big books, DCKO.
Oh yeah, DCKO first issue. I loved it.
Are you excited for the crossover?
Yes, New York City Comic Con. Scott Snyder just dropping. Hey, I'm gonna bring some guest characters into the DC canon. Oh, cool. I wonder who's Sub-Zero, Annabelle, Homelander. The teddy bear.
Yeah, beneath the trees.
Yeah, Vampirella, I think, is coming in.
Red Sonja.
Red Sonja. Like, all right, okay, buddy, cool.
And I really like because they did announce that like these people are gonna train the heroes.
Yeah, and what's even cooler is they are now, because DCKO is a main story, they are within now DC's main continuity. So now Homelander and Sub-Zero and Annabelle are canon to the DC official timeline. And not a lot of people are realizing that. They still think DCKO is like a one-off thing. No, it is. You're in the main continuity right now. This is canon.
It's affecting each comic book right now.
Mhm.
The Justice League one was good. I didn't get to read Flash. I heard Flash was.
I thought it was okay.
It's okay.
I do like Superman.
I think it's gonna be very important to read, and I think it's going to change the ending.
Yes.
Because I think what's gonna happen, they're leading into the fact that Doomsday is going to be stronger than Superman, and if Superman gets the heart of Apocalypse, Doomsday is going to be stronger than that.
Mhm.
Which I really think that once this whole KO event is done, I do think we're gonna have another Doomsday fight. But I don't know. I mean, could there be another death? Who knows? But the Superman one was definitely important. Did you get to do Titans?
Yes,
How'd you like it?
I enjoyed it. I like the cyborg thing. Like, hey, I can't be here. I'm gonna have to do this tournament, and I'm probably not gonna make it.
Yeah, I enjoyed the Justice League one actually.
Yeah, that one was really good. I was really upset that was Tim Drake and not Terry McGinnis.
Yeah, I think everyone was because everyone did the big what the fuck. Like, what do you mean it's Tim Drake?
When you guys sent it to me, I was like, okay, well, all right, Terry. I mean, Terry's way in the future. It's like, okay. I mean, Tim Drake would be next after Dick. Jason. Well, I don't know. Jason is Batman. But Tim is Batman Beyond.
No. Also, quick side note: when is this episode going?
Hopefully, I'm planning to edit it tonight.
Okay, so if this is up,
so I'm hoping to have it up by tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Quick side note: I get this is DC guys, but I want to talk about something Warner Brothers made, or a series they made that aired on Sunday that I watched yesterday night, Monday. Welcome to Derry.
Yeah, did you get to see it?
It was phenomenal, that first episode.
There's a lot of DC comic references.
Yes.
It's just really
he does
cool.
the first Matt Hagen, and he does the first multiverse with the Flash comic.
No.
Doesn't he use something with Clayface?
Yes, it's
Yeah,
the first Clayface. And
it's
funny enough,
first
Gunn
Clayface.
put up the anniversary of Clayface, and it's the same comic, like on the same day. Like, you cannot tell me, because so I'm putting it back to DC.
Yeah.
Andy Muschietti is not directing Brave and the Bold.
Right.
I do not believe the rumor he is not attached to
Oh
the
no,
series.
he well going into it, I guess. He's talked about that in a couple of months we will be getting details from him about Brave and the Bold. I don't think it's called Brave and the Bold anymore. I think it's called something with Batman.
I think Batman and Son? Or just what if it's just they call it Batman and Robin?
If they call it Batman and Robin, I'd be fine with that. As I was telling my parents yesterday, to break that curse would be nice, because even though today's world we all somewhat like Batman and Robin now, how cool would it just be just Batman and Robin instead of the little "and" symbol? But he's changed it. I don't think Damien's in this now. I don't think Damien. I think this could be Dick. This
What
might be.
makes you think Damien's out?
Well, they mentioned a while back that like we are looking into maybe changing things up with Damien.
Yeah.
Which also the thing is too, nothing from these movies that have been announced have been finalized. They've all been, concept planned with this.
Yeah.
Personally, I would have, as much as I do hate Damien, I think, in agreement, he's just a little shit. He's a little cocky asshole. I feel like it would have been fun to see Bruce as the more calm, collective, fighter, and then Damien as the more, ruthless, kind of, literally batshit fucking crazy, no pun intended, little assassin running around with a katana sword in the streets of Gotham, and just, trying to stop him, going, you little fucker, stop. This is not how we do shit in Gotham.
Damien, what you got there?
And
No.
Yeah, it's I really just want to see, and there's one shot I really just want to see recreated. It's the only shot. It's the one from Batman and Son, where Damien is hanging up on the rope from the light post. Nightwing calls Batman and goes, "Hey, are you missing something? I have a kid here. He says he's your son." And it's Damien just tied up, just like the little shit he is. And even just rereading the Grant Morrison run, it's so funny because Batman just crashes out at Damien. He's like, "I'm your sensei. Bow to your sensei. I'm your new teacher. You need patience." And he goes, "Yes, father." Damien's just scared.
Yeah. I really think something tells me Batman was supposed to be Dick Grayson. And I guess somebody higher up sat there and been it's gotta be Bruce Wayne.
I think there's been a lot of changes because, we've always heard that this movie was, they've been working on the script, they've been doing this. This is like they said, James Gunn says this has maybe been the most important character besides Superman.
Also, we still don't know who the writer is.
No, we don't.
I'm thinking it's Drew Goddard is the writer. Because he wrote 3 seasons of Daredevil.
Yeah.
He was one of the pioneers behind the Amazing Spider-Man universe. So he kind of helped not write the first 2 Amazing Spider-Man films, but kind of gave input. Drew Goddard has always had his finger in the comic universe since for a long time. People need to realize that. And one of his highest rated directorial episodes, and Kyle, if he's watching, he'll know this too. It's The Blindsided from Daredevil, the third episode where he's in the prison doing that big, long, 11-minute one-shot fight in the hallway. I think Drew Goddard is a great writer. Again, he's written some really good stuff out of Daredevil. Surprisingly, I watched season 1 all the way through, and it's mainly him just writing. And yeah, it's mainly him writing. He's the showrunner too. But his episodes he's directed have been the most standout episodes of the series, in my opinion. They're some of the best episodes. Other than that, I feel like he can actually, give the heart to Batman, like where, you see the Bruce, you see the Batman, you see the split personality, kind of like how Matt deals with Daredevil with Matt Murdock. You have the Daredevil. It's that split down the middle I want to see. I want to see the same thing how we kind of saw with Superman with James Gunn. I want to see the parallel worlds. I don't want to see them merge together. I want to see, hey, I'm Bruce Wayne. I'm the billionaire. I run a company. I do this. But when I put the mask on, Bruce Wayne is gone. When I take the glasses off, I'm no longer Clark Kent. I am Superman.
I think it is a bit of James. I think it's a bit of Andy. If you really listen to the interviews during the Flash, the way when he's talking about Bruce Wayne and Batman, this man knows Batman by the back of his head. I mean, as you see all the Batman references in it and Welcome to Derry, I think Andy's very much focused on writing it too. With James, I think it's James and Andy.
If not, all right, how do I say this? If not Andy directing, Todd and Adam, who would you want to see direct Brave and the Bold? I see people throw their name in for Sam Raimi, but I think after Multiverse of Madness, I think Sam Raimi's taking a big break from.
I don't want Sam Raimi.
Yeah, I think he's taking a break from comic book stuff.
I think if they did like an adaptation of Blood Rain, or Gotham by Gaslight, I wouldn't mind seeing Sam Raimi in something like that. This is going to sound like a weird one. Peter Jackson.
Peter Jackson would have done it. What do you
I want more of a fantasy element.
Okay,
with
Lord of
this
the Rings,
Batman.
The Hobbit, King Kong. Yeah, okay. So I see what you're putting down.
Well, you saw the movie. I think Guillermo del Toro.
Ooh, that would be an interesting. I would love to see him do Etrigan or what's the other? It's not one. Yeah, Etrigan. I think I would love to see him do.
Actually,
Or I still like to see his Justice League Dark movie.
I feel like that will happen eventually,
Yeah.
sooner or later. We're going to see how Frankenstein turns up in theaters.
Actually, James Wan would do a good job. With everything I've seen from The Conjuring to this whole Conjuring universe, and definitely was work with Peter Safran. Also to the director of The Nun. They have the elements of darkness, gothicness. I know... Huh?
Who directed John Wick?
Chad Stahelski.
He
And
would have
David
been
Reese.
he probably would have been the second choice.
I originally said those two can do a Daredevil film.
I
Give
can
them
see
the
it.
right money. Let Kevin Feige. Don't let Kevin Feige and co start nitpicking. Let these two direct because they can bring the money like they do from the John Wick. They can work with a very little budget. Because John Wick, the first movie, was made up like super cheap. I think it's like $70 million, and it made almost like $500 million or something. Again, they know how to work a budget. They won't go over
I
for
got
Daredevil.
one more, and then I'd like to hear from you.
Wait, I have one because I watched the movie last night, and it's my favorite legacy sequel. I don't know if Todd really knows. I want someone unknown, not unknown, but unknown to an extent where I want to see them kind of dip their hands in the comic book world. Jason Reitman after
Yeah.
Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yeah,
You-
that'd be really interesting.
Because I rewatched Afterlife last night. I loved it. I still love that movie. I think it's one of the best legacy sequels of all time.
I think you would be really good because I not only do I want a fantasy element, I want a comedic.
Yeah, it's comedic, it's supernatural. It's everything that's in a Batman, especially if you're doing the Bat family. You want the humor, you want the heart. Ghostbusters delivers the humor and the heart. Even with Afterlife, I think it's some of the best comedy compared to the first
It
one.
also pays homage to all the original casting, especially Harold Ramis.
Yes, and
He's no
especially
longer
with seeing how he
us.
did, the ghost of Harold Ramis and Egon.
Yeah.
It was still it's a beautiful movie.
this might be a weird one, but the director who did Sinners
Ryan Coogler.
Oh yeah.
for
Yeah.
Batman.
I was actually
Ryan
that
Coogler
was
on
Yeah.
Batman.
that was exactly the
Because I'm like
director.
thinking, who could do a pretty good Batman? And I'm like, okay, you guys are all talking about these directors, and I'm like, oh, Sinners,
Mhm.
because Sinners did such a great job this year in theaters, and it still is. It's like, what was it? They're bringing it back to theaters.
Yeah, for Halloween.
Yeah, for Halloween.
I got
so-
one. Another one popped in. It's kind of everyone always forgets about him, but he just delivered another big sequel moneymaker. Scott Derrickson.
Oh.
Black Phone 2.
Yeah.
What else has he done horror before Doctor Strange?
Funny enough, Sinister.
Yeah, Sinister. He's done a lot, and then he did Doctor Strange. Again, he can deliver the horror elements where they want him. He can bring in the humor. You just need someone who...
Who's-
Alright, you need a horror director who understands the horror elements, the supernatural elements, and the fantasy elements.
Who's one that did both It Chapter 1 and 2 again?
Andy.
And
And,
he said-
then he did The
Right.
Flash, but everyone doesn't want him because he did The Flash. Yeah, kiss my ass. I don't give a fuck.
Actually, the guy who's doing weapons, even though he's
Is that Krieger?
even though he proposed the script for the henchman,
The henchman movie.
I really think he could do a good job, especially with weapons and barbarian. That once again that tone for Batman because Batman it has a gothic tone to it at a point. What all we can base off right now for DC's Batman is just a shot from Creature Commandos, which is
It's not much.
I think is like my I think that's probably my most used picture every time we post
Who
anything.
directed Nosferatu?
Oh, Robert Eggers.
Oh,
Right? Robert Eggers, is that his name?
I believe so.
Think so?
Another good one. Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright.
See, I thought Edgar Wright, but I thought you were going to say no because he sometimes gets too funny. But here's the thing. I want to see Running Man. And then make my judgment. on
Everyone's
Edgar
been
Wright.
saying
Even
Running
though-
Man is good.
Even though, here's the thing. I won't say no to Edgar Wright because I love Scott Pilgrim vs. the World,
Mhm.
and I want to see like all of his other films and actually sit down and watch. I want to watch a Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead.
You would love Hot
Yeah, I
Fuzz.
know they're up my alley of
Baby
comedy.
Driver.
Baby Driver is
I
another.
still
one of
haven't
my
seen that
favorite
one.
You've never seen
Oh.
Baby Driver?
All right, we're doing an Edgar Wright a little bit.
This is good, actually. This is a good. Robert Eggers for
Yeah.
Nosferatu.
Oh, thank you.
But he's also doing. Isn't he doing Werewolf
What
now?
was it? The Companion?
I think he's
so.
doing a werewolf movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
the companion, the director
Who did
companion.
the
Companion.
I-
I don't know. It's not really horror though.
I like to see.
But it was a little creepy.
Yeah, but it was just like AI though,
It's like
isn't it?
a
I
thriller.
haven't seen it
It's
yet.
a bit of a thriller, really.
this will be my final choice, and then we'll get on to the next one.
Yeah.
John Cho. Wicked.
Yeah.
I want to see Wicked for good first. I really want to see Wicked for good
Yes,
first.
same here.
Before I say, all right, I'll throw John Cho. Here's the thing. Again, not shitting on him because I went into Wicked extremely blind. I knew nothing about
Mhm.
the Wicked story. I loved it. Surprisingly, people came out and like, "You like Wicked?" I was like, "Yeah." I mean, if you just like love Wizard of Oz and respect it, yeah, it doesn't do anything and adds more to the story, and that's what sequel slash prequel slash world building should always do. You should never. How do I say it? What's the word I'm looking for? Don't rely too much on the nostalgia.
Mhm.
Build around it, and don't be afraid to put your own original story into it.
Yeah.
And I think before you know the movie Wicked, I always thought it was a weird concept. I'm like, prequel to the Wizard of Oz, like how does that work? And then I watched Welcome to Derry, and I go, okay, good. As long as you're not relying too much on, we have to get to this point in time where this story is, and just build around it with different. Because from what I'm hearing, they want to do 3 seasons in Welcome to Derry.
Yeah.
And it's going to be every 27 years leading up to the end of being chapter 2. And I said, okay, again, just don't rely, build on the world building, which is nice. And the cool thing about Welcome to Derry is he's already said no character is safe. He already killed off like 3 kids in this first episode.
One of
And
those
it is the
kids
most-
wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah, and one of the kids. When I tell you it is the most gut wrenching, because I loved one of the characters in the first episode. I loved the kid who was like the conspiracy theorist, and he's talking about like cone shaped nipples and how they have to deal with it. It gets really funny. And then he's like, gets his arm like ripped off and like teared up. I was like, Jesus Christ. All right, Andy. You heard people bitch about the Flash and you said, fuck these guys. I'm going to make them kiss my ass now. But let's move on.
But the reason why I recommend, John is because the scene where the monkeys transform.
Well, you've been telling me, and this is what I've kind of been thinking about more because I don't know why they showed it in the trailer.
Oh, I was pissed. But I'm like...
They showed the Tin Man.
Yeah.
And I just went there and I go, yeah, this is what Todd was worried about. And I go, I can see it. But then there's one GIF they posted, and it looks kind of horrifying. It's him in the center going, I'm glad I'm Heartless. Now I can be Heartless killing her. I'm going, okay. Oh, you might be getting somewhere with this. But I really wonder how his transformation is going to go. Because if it's how I think it's going to happen, and how we see, also Scarecrow, funny enough. Mm-hmm. Again, they showed him in the trailer. I don't know why they showed those two. Because even my mother came up and asked, so she goes, are the two guys the Scarecrow and the Thing? I'm like, yes, from what I heard from Todd and a lot of people, it goes into the original really well.
The thing is that it's not designed. This is the problem with the marketing, because the marketing was already determined beforehand. Yeah. No one knew how big Wicked was going to be outside of the main theater goers. Yeah. So you love it. That shocked Universal. Yeah. And they didn't have time to really change
it's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's not a bad movie by any means necessary. It is really good production-wise. It's great. Yeah. Set piece design. It's beautiful. Mm-hmm. I think Take Flight, I remember I called him after I saw it when she did the Defying Gravity. I was like, I envisioned this as a Superman shot.
Yeah.
And that's the cool thing about it. Because then Superman, they kind of did the where he flies and he swings up and hits the kaiju. I was like, this is what I want to see when it comes to flying. I want to see that grand spectacle stuff. Yeah. And I love it.
But I mean, because of that, everyone already knew.
Only reason I say the transformations, I want to wait because it determines if I'm still on my fan cast for Bill Skarsgård as Scarecrow. With John Chu. And that would be the undeniably of him being the Dr. Crane. He opens up the fear gas canister, and all of a sudden you see the Scarecrow with the thing, the sewn mouth, the gold, the shiny eyes on Batman staring down at him. If they do Scarecrow, and that's what I envision.
The thing that I've been hearing is that Bill Skarsgård is doing this. They're playing the safe choice right now, which is
here's the thing. He's a safe choice. I don't want to keep typecasting him. I talked with someone. If he loves doing those roles, it's easy money for him, and it's good for him.
See, you did Scarecrow. Sorry, Todd.
All I'm going to say is this. I'm hearing Bill Skarsgård is the Joker. Bill Skarsgård is the Joker. I don't feel, and I know he said he wants to be he's talked a little bit about it. I feel like that is his fan saying we just want Bill Skarsgård as the Joker because he was it.
It's safe. It's too safe. He's the Scarecrow. I think after watching the first episode of Welcome to Derry, they should do Man-Bat.
I'm trying to figure out...
And again, that's one of the plot points of Batman and Son was Brave and the Bold, is it is the Man-Bat, the army of Man-Bat.
It also depends on how they're going to do the Joker. Is the Joker... If the Joker isn't even going to show up, and... How are they going to do it?
Listen, we thought the Joker wasn't showing up in the Batman. He showed up in the Batman.
Yeah, I think he's going to show up in Batman Brave. It's going to be a little cameo type deal.
All right, what about Bill Skarsgård as the Riddler? After John McFord, him in that fancy suit, walking around, he's the smartest guy in the room.
He was good as John McFord, but
there was 3 actors I wanted to be the Riddler.
What
and
3
the other
actors?
3. Okay. David Tennant?
Yes.
Yes.
Matt Smith?
Yes.
Yes.
Or Neil Patrick Harris?
Yes.
Yeah. No, keep Neil Patrick Harris as Music Meister. Keep him as Music Meister.
I would love James Gunn to be like, I want to adapt Music Meister. And
because I want to see a live action Black Canary versus the Music Meister, and they're having a sing-off dance. That's where you get John Chu and you have a giant musical spectacle and you have fun.
I actually want Bill Skarsgård to play more creepier characters. There are other different types of characters.
Hey, remember when he was in Marvel?
Yeah. I don't
he wasted him.
I want him to be a hero.
Actually, Mad Hatter. I think he could
go. Mad Hatter would be cool.
I know. I want
Johnny Depp.
No. I want the Scarecrow from Wicked.
Alright, if Bill Skarsgård puts muscle on, this isn't a far-fetched choice. Him as Ra's al Ghul.
I don't see it.
I don't see that
I
one.
don't know.
And it's
like him
more,
always flirting with death, always wanting to cheat death. Like, oh, can you imagine those?
I want him to be a hero.
Actually, no, the brother. Alexander Skarsgård was the brother.
Yeah.
This is gonna.
I already did that in the Crow.
This is gonna sound really.
Yeah, but listen, the Crow remake. I haven't seen it yet. I really want to watch it.
It's good.
'Cause I've
I
seen the
enjoyed
original.
it. It was really good.
Yeah, people said they enjoy like parts of it. I'm like, so is it a bad movie or like what is it? Like I'm hearing like
No.
different.
the fight scenes where he's like killing a lot of people, it is like gore type of stuff.
I'm not.
Where you're just like, oh shit.
I'm not going to be really shocked by this. This is gonna sound really weird. But what if Bill Skarsgård auditioned for Batman? And
See, I did say that.
and he
I just at this point just fuck it, let him just audition and see what he does.
and he knocks it off because come on, I mean we go back to the 80s. It's Keaton. We never thought Keaton would be Batman.
Mm-hmm.
I know this is going to sound a weird choice. Maybe not Batman. How about a partner?
How about Nightwing? Yeah, I could
I can
see
Bill
that.
Skarsgård. They want that young kid from Regretting You in the Black Phone too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Because he was in
him.
Hiccup himself.
Yeah,
from
Hiccup.
How to Train Your Dragon. Yeah, they want him as
But-
Nightwing now.
Yeah, I could.
As
just-
Nightwing. I don't know. I can see him more as a Robin. He's a younger
Maybe
kid.
Red Hood. Give him the Jason Todd
I
makeover.
can see him as Jason Todd. But it's like he's what, 19?
Who? Hiccup?
Yeah.
He's 19. He's 19.
He's 19. So it's like I can see him as a Robin. Like a Robin turning into, one of the older casts where it's like Red Hood or a young Nightwing.
But ever since The Crow, I mean, when he plays that dark, because he really plays the dark character, and he goes into this goth thing. I mean, he's jacked, you guys, in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
He's really jacked in this movie. I won't be shocked. I bet you I'm betting you there is an audition tape of him saying Andy going to Bill like, let's try this.
I think I sent you. Wasn't he in the running for Lex Luthor at one point?
Yes,
Probably.
Mhm.
Yep.
It was really good. I
Remember-
would have been surprised if he would have done Lex Luthor.
Remember when we thought? Because remember when James Gunn announced Superman and Lois, and then we had heard, and then the two rumors was it was going to be Nicholas Hoult or Bill Skarsgård as Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of Batman Brave and the Bold, Todd.
Yeah.
Mongol.
I can see that.
Because that's a big rumor going on right now that, Man of Tomorrow.
Mongol, because if they use CGI and
Using-
prosthetics,
Yep. See, there.
give me
What about Brainiac?
Yes.
Oh.
him as Brainiac, yeah. But if we're gonna do Mongol, what's the dad's name?
I want a wrestler.
Big Show.
Yeah, I want a nice, big wrestler.
What about Undertaker for Mongol?
That'd be interesting.
Undertaker would be fun. Stone Cold.
Stone Cold, I was.
Has the voice. That would be really fun.
Let's just throw it out there. Let's just say The Rock.
Nah,
Honestly,
he's
I
gonna.
wouldn't put it past him if that's where they got The Rock now. He's just this big villain that's
He's gonna put his foot down and he's gonna be like, "I want Black Adam." That's it. Okay, bye bye.
I'm okay if he comes back.
yeah. If he comes back as Black Adam, it'll be written a little better.
I stand by the fact that like everybody that's from the DCEU
Mhm.
could come back,
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
and I can see anybody come back in their original role. I do believe this is not the last time you're gonna see Henry Cavill as Superman.
Well, what if the opening for Batman Brave and Bold is the opening? All of a sudden, we just see George Clooney show up as Bruce Wayne.
I would
Like
love.
at the end of Flash.
Yeah.
I would laugh insanely hard and go, all right, he has the balls to do this. Where are we going with this?
How funny would it be that they've been keeping it a secret? Like, as we're seeing all these young Batman. How funny?
It wasn't far fetched because even before they said Keaton was gonna be our Batman for the DCEU,
Mhm.
they kept flirting with the idea of bringing Clooney back, and everyone goes, "Why?"
How hilarious would it? Number one, I mean, it would be the biggest middle finger to every fan. But how cool? How funny would it be if they announced Batman Brave and
George
the
Clooney would just
Bold
have to dye his hair again.
that George Clooney is reprising his role as Batman?
Chris O'Donnell is returning as Nightwing.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can see it.
I can see that.
They've been talking about it.
I
Or-
loved Chris O'Donnell's Robin / Nightwing because Honestly, it wasn't that bad.
Or
Yeah.
hear me out now. You gave me an idea, and we'll get on to our main topic.
Mhm.
Hear me out now. Because Batman and Son is originally, or Batman and Robin is the search for Bruce Wayne.
Yes.
Hey, a Nightwing as Batman.
Yes.
Chris O'Donnell can be Batman, Nightwing in the Batman suit. And then who do we have? We have our next little Robin, Tim Drake, or Damien searching for our Bruce Wayne. And who is our Bruce Wayne they're searching for that is lost? George Clooney.
Because the other
Batman, the brave and the bold.
Because the other actor who played Batman is dead.
Well, not really.
The other actor.
Yeah, but he went back in time.
Val Kilmer.
Oh yeah, Val Kilmer. I thought you were talking about Keaton. I was like, no, you reversed time again. He's not
Val
really
Kilmer.
dead.
That's. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we wouldn't.
Yeah, he's good. But
Even before, I think Kilmer was never returning.
Something tells me. I will say this. I really would love to see Henry Cavill as Batman.
That would be so.
That's
funny.
a dream.
The
That's
biggest
a
middle finger to a lot of people.
no. That's actually a really. It's actually a good choice.
But after seeing his Bond audition, no. No.
Listen, Argyle wasn't that bad, okay?
I never said Argyle was bad. I said it was.
The Man from Uncle, he was good in that.
I love Man from Uncle.
Well, we can't use Army Hammer for various reasons.
Now, if he comes
know
back, if Army Hammer all of a sudden comes back, I'm gonna go on the Army Hammer train because I have always thought he was gonna make a great Batman.
Isn't he up for Wildcat? Isn't that the big rumor?
I think so, as if Hollywood will let him come back.
Oh yeah.
I thought he already did a movie.
It's called The Dark Knight. Supposedly, he did a movie called The Dark Knight.
Yeah, but they made him change the title or something. Really funny.
Before we get to the Halloween books, Supergirl.
Yes.
I'm very shocked with this news. He messaged me. I'm like, they're doing reshoots, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, just 2 weeks of it though.
Mhm.
So
It's nothing crazy.
So he sends me the photo Saturday. We go, all right, Man of Tomorrow's in production.
Yeah, and everyone thought I was crazy because I put it in another Facebook group. They're like, they're not filming right now.
And then you send me
And
the
someone just
other
like
one.
sent me the whole definition of pre-production, production. I'm like, you literally described what I had just said with the
Mhm.
suit being gone.
And then you sent me the suit might be for Supergirl. And it's like, okay, how much Superman do you think we're gonna get in Supergirl
Well,
now?
if it's 2 weeks, it's either they're doing what they did with Superman and they're just doing pickup shots to enhance shots, which again, that's common, that's normal.
Mhm.
Because 2 weeks of reshoots is really common for movies.
Mhm.
And that's
Yeah.
like the you really shouldn't worry for 2 weeks. Like it's either they're adding something, they're taking the cameras going, all right, we can fit something in real quick. Like we have a few days, we can get you in the suit, that we can record even quicker. If it's like a Captain America situation where it's 4 months, all right, yeah, then start pulling the alarms, the red alarm. All right, what the fuck are you doing? Because they only delete scenes in the editing room.
Yeah.
They don't delete them on there, like on the spot. It's either they put the whole movie up because Todd can use it. Like when you guys do Power Rangers, you have your whole thing and then you decide what stays. Okay, maybe we should cut this out or throw it somewhere else. That's really what the editing process is. That has nothing to do with removing scenes. Or I shouldn't say reshoots involves removing scenes.
I think we're gonna get post-credit scene
Yeah, it's going to bleed in Man of Tomorrow.
because I think Man of Tomorrow was never. I don't want to say wasn't planned,
Mhm.
but it really wasn't on the slate. And I think what happens, Superman was a hit. He came up with a good idea for a sequel.
Well, Zaslav probably told him, what else you got? How long are you waiting for Superman?
I think some of the slate has. I really do think that slate has changed since he announced it back in.
That video was recorded
That was
in October 2020.
Yeah, I know.
And then they released it to the general public in January 2023.
Mhm.
So again, you have how many months to actually change your slate? Then until the release of Superman, another year or two. Stuff changes, but then but people are like, oh, DC is in shambles. Okay, Marvel switched up how much of their Infinity Saga or Multiverse Saga slate. And it's been public knowledge that they've been switching up stuff.
Here's the difference between Marvel and DC is James Gunn has flat out said it's like nothing's really connected.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what your slate is. Yes, he has the slate. He wanted to show people like, hey, here's my plan.
Mhm.
It's not everything. But hey, I'm gonna do a Superman or I'm gonna do a Wonder Woman project. I'm going to do a Batman project. I'm bringing in Amanda Waller. These things are going to happen.
They're all going to eventually happen.
Unless you're the Authority.
Well,
That's just kind of like
I still think the best way to do the Authority is you do an animated series like Creature Commandos.
Because how many people know the Authority?
Yeah.
And it was the same thing with.
No, not even me.
How many people knew of the Guardians?
That's true.
How many people knew of the Eternals? But then I moved to bomb. People went to go see it though.
Eternals weren't that great. So.
Yeah, it wasn't that great.
I never mind.
Nerd.
I have
like
a few
the
things I
Eternals?
could say about the Eternals.
Oh,
I'm not
are we talking
going
about
to.
the Eternals movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, we're not going to talk about the
Okay, good.
because this one could go on a field day on me.
Just long story short, we went to go see the movie early. We got invited. Adam fell asleep the first 10 minutes in. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'll say
But
on that.
I
topic.
agree with you with Super. It's probably a post-credit scene, or it's that ending again, like with Supergirl shows up. I mean, it's probably just all set up for Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that's
the rumor is, I don't know if you guys talked about it. The rumor being Supergirl,
Yeah.
Peacemaker, and Lobo, which Lobo is in Supergirl, are showing up in the Superman sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Along with, Lex Luthor, Lois Lane, Superman, probably Mr. Terrific's coming back. I could say Hawkgirl's probably coming back. It's going to be a whole just ensemble. And people hate that. I'm like, dude, why do you guys hate?
That's
I get it. Oh, why can't Superman have a movie by himself? He has multiple movies by himself.
If you read the comics, superheroes they always show up.
Yeah. Especially in Superman comics, he's never alone.
Right.
Like, he's always with another hero.
You were saying that?
Let's actually talk about the plot of Man of Tomorrow. There's a rumor going on that the plot of it is that the government is kidnapping metahumans at night and putting them on salvation.
It makes so much sense.
That's the rumor for Lanterns now.
Mhm.
Is Lanterns is going to secretly connect.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I shouldn't say this. It's not going to be homeless. Lanterns is still going to be its own story.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be its own self-contained story. You're going to be able to watch it, not have to worry about watching Superman. The only character that really connects from Superman is just Sky Gardner.
Yeah.
That's it. And even it's going to be like the smallest little reference to, hey, guy, what were you doing? I was helping the Blue Boy Scout fight a kaiju, and it turned out he's evil.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, Superman, evil? And they're just going to laugh about it.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like a really funny, probably thing like that.
And I think, again, there's a big villain, the big ultra villain that everyone's, rumoring it's going to be the center.
Mhm.
And we also got Sinestro,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is going to be cool.
So I'm kind of curious.
Well,
I would love to see at the end of Lanterns, Sinestro is arrested and he is put on salvation.
Oh, that would be cool. I mean, that leads more into the Salvation Island, where the comics are. James Gunn has seen the trailer, you guys. It's not his responsibility to let it out. It's
HBO.
HBO.
Yeah.
So we'll probably get it sometime in December. How cool would it be that Supergirl they're gonna release the Supergirl trailer in December,
For Lanterns and stuff.
And then-
topics, because then you want to talk about how to meet.
and then 2 weeks later we get the Lantern trailer.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Some article came out in Men's Health because I guess Aaron Pierre was on Men's Health talking about stuff, and they're talking about Lanterns as much as like a buddy cop show as a superhero show. Our show, in a lot of ways, about replacement. When should someone step aside, and when is it time for the next person to take the reign?
Okay, so
So it's going to be the Hal Jordan transitioning to Jon Stewart, of him passing that mantle, going, "You are now Earth's primary protector."
I just hope it's.
Or don't ignore him. It's gonna be like the don't mind him.
I just hope it's not Hal Jordan's evil at the end.
And then
Yeah.
I want to ask you a question because
Ooh.
Todd, yes,
Okay.
especially you. Todd and I had a really big discussion on this. Okay, we had 3 James Gunn projects.
Yeah.
Do you think that there was a little bit too much of like we're seeing James Gunn try to be the head of DC, but also he wants to direct. And we saw bits and pieces of, okay, maybe because he focused on this, he should have let someone else done this. Do you think that James Gunn did too? Do you think James Gunn kind of like did too much for? I mean, I get it because it's his universe is planning it out, but do you think he did way too much especially for Peacemaker, Creature Commandos, and Superman all at once? Even though Creature Commandos was going to be part of the DCEU at the time.
I'm going to say no. Because when you're a creator and you're a writer and a director, you don't want to stop writing, directing, and creating. Being a co-CEO is great and all. Yeah, it probably pays like way more than all those other gigs do, which is kind of cool. But when you step away from that, you kind of start missing it. And then you're like, well, why was I doing it in the first place? As a writer and director, you want to keep pushing yourself. He has went from, doing a non-popular, really zealous team with Guardians of the Galaxy, putting them in the spotlight. He did a Christmas special for them. Mm-hmm. Then he went and he did the Suicide Squad. And again, people know the story. He was asked to write Superman. He said no because he didn't have the story at the time. Or did he understand the character? Yes, I fully understand at that point in time when they asked him, when Disney fired him, he did not know how to do Superman. Because it was well beyond what he could do at the time. And it was very limited. So that's why he went to go do the Suicide Squad. I'm going to go do another Z-list characters. I'm going to have you relate to a lot of characters. And that's what's great about his writing is he, even for characters you don't know, like Peacemaker, like Bloodsport, like even Ratcatcher, who's an original character, even fucking Polka Dot Man.
Ratcatcher's not an original character.
The one in the movie. The daughters, yeah, she's an OC. The Ratcatcher, the first Ratcatcher is from the comic book. Yeah, okay. Even King Shark. He got people to love King Shark. He got people to love Polka Dot Man. He got people to fall in love with Bloodsport. And John Cena's Peacemaker. Originally, that role was going to be Dave Bautista.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I can't see Dave Bautista in that role after John Cena.
No.
Yeah.
After that, how that happened with Peacemaker was that show was not playing. No. It was, they shot the Suicide Squad. He killed off Peacemaker. That was always the original plan. It was him getting killed in that scene by Bloodsport and the building crushing him. Then they shot the movie. And the Warner Brother executives were going, as they were there, and so was James Gunn going, hey, John Cena's an actor. What are you sure Peacemaker's dead? Well, no, why? What do you guys want to do? Well, we want something else with him. Well, he goes, well, I was thinking of a Peacemaker show, but it was going to be a prequel. They go, well, can it be after? And then you can kind of help architect that DCEU and help us put on a correction course. So that's where the Peacemaker show came out of. Because he always said if he was going to do one character, it was going to be Peacemaker. Just because of, Peacemaker looked goofy at the time. Like, he's wearing a toilet bowl, for Christ's sake. Like, he's just, as they say, he's a douchier Captain America. And you see it in the Suicide Squad. And then when you get to the show, you say, oh, this dude's, like, fucked up. Like, his dad's kind of a racist. And, like, his whole family is just really fucked. Like, you really feel for this dude. And then you got the audience to fall in love with Eagly. You got the audience to love Vigilante. I feel like if it was the original actor for Vigilante, people would not have loved Vigilante. It all came down to Freddie Stroma and what Freddie Stroma did with the character. Because even in this season, he's still super funny. And it's all because of Freddie Stroma. Who are you? I'm you from another dimension. Holy fucking shit, we did the Spider-Man. Like, him having fun with it. It's the way he can find his cast, the way he writes his characters. People can fall in love with these characters. And that's not something every director can do or writer can do. Zack Snyder couldn't do it.
No, Zack.
Hell, I've been seeing this tweet all over get sent to me. People felt more upset because Rick Flag died in the Suicide Squad than Superman dying in Batman vs Superman.
So, I mean, that 100%.
What do you think, Todd, on that one?
My thing is, because we talk about Superman not making its money.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Maybe it didn't make its money. I'm just saying, you know. However, comic book sales went up.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
critically reviewed, it was praised.
You know, this was a praised book, but comic book sales came up. Superman's now back in the limelight. People are now talking about DC. That's what James Gunn does. That's what he gets you hyped.
All your comic books are all the comic books are DC.
And also notice how he's posting the anniversaries of characters. He's posting their first appearance.
I love that. I think that should be something Marvel needs to be doing, but they're not. I love that the first that we got on Sunday, first appearance of Clayface, anniversary. Oh look, it's in freaking Welcome to Derry. I love that. I love that we're doing the Jon Stewart, like Wonder Woman, Jon Stewart. They're all in. James Gunn is doing way better. I'm sorry, Kevin Feige has ever done. I love Kevin Feige. I think
James Gunn is doing much better work than the whole other original regime of Warner Brothers before he took over with DC.
Well, those guys didn't know what the frick to do.
You had Jeff Johns. Jeff Johns never promoted the comics like this.
Jeff Johns just needs to stick with writing great comic books. That's it. He drove Ben Affleck to alcoholism.
Like even Zack Snyder, who had a platform, he had social media. He never once posted comics.
All of a sudden, okay. This and then we'll cut to the Halloween stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, this I want to talk about. All right, James Gunn is here to stay, everyone, for right now. So, boo-hoo, suck it up. Zack Snyder can give you all the behind-the-scene photos as you want, and it, that will eat your soul to heaven. But at the end of the day, David Korsman is Superman right now. There's a new Batman. It's not Ben Affleck.
Robert Pattinson is still around, don't worry.
Well, yeah, Robert Pattinson's Batman. But I like what Zack Snyder's doing. He's just posting photos, but it should not get everyone hyped up. It should be a nice memory of what it is. And then this Schumacher cut. We've seen videos, we've seen it. It will happen eventually, but not right now. Mm-hmm. And will Batgirl ever see the light of day?
Nope.
Who knows? No, probably not.
Keep it buried.
But just accept this new DC, and if you don't like this DC, you have your Snyderverse, you have the animated universe, you have comic books. Just enjoy what you have.
That's how I told someone on Instagram when I put up, like her first, Millie Alcock as Supergirl when she first flies in and goes, "What the hell? Why did you move the door?" I didn't move the door. It's right there. And someone goes, "We want Melissa Benoist." Cool. Go watch it on Netflix then. Go literally watch Female Clark Kent.
This is what I'm going to say, because I wanted to talk a little bit about this last episode, and I kind of edited everything out. Mm-hmm. But, everyone's talking about that James Gunn is failing, that he's going to get fired, and if Paramount or whoever buys the studio. First things first, every film that's in development at DC Studios is going to be released. Mm-hmm. All right? So you're not going to worry about Supergirl, Clayface, Man of Tomorrow, probably whatever Salvation Story is going to be, because they already copyrighted that.
Also, Paramount just lost their golden boy right now, so
yeah,
they're hurting.
Tom Cruise?
No, they lost someone way more moneymaker than Tom Cruise right now.
They lost their TV.
They lost Taylor Sheridan.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
To Universal?
Yep, yeah. Universal, but that's not until 2029. So he's got a little bit of time to finish up.
I think 3 years left at Paramount, and he's still developing simulation and stuff. But you lost your TV boy, and I heard Paramount kept going to him, and it was not nice behind the scenes with him. Yeah. That they kept asking, "Well, how much is this show actually going to cost?" Because I heard Yellowstone was almost $10 million per episode, which that's cheap. That's nothing to be like.
It's expensive.
It's expensive, but Yellowstone makes money.
Yeah, it is the most watched television. But the thing that people need to understand, there's so much going on behind the scenes. Peacemaker didn't have any views. It's not on the Nelson ratings. Okay, that's not how the Nelson ratings work. That's not how HBO deals with the Nelson ratings.
Yeah, HBO doesn't release their number.
Yeah, HBO does not put it on the Nelson ratings. I'm sorry. Hey, Black Adam has more views than Superman. Well, Black Adam has been on HBO Max for what, 3 years longer than Superman?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's moved to Netflix.
Yeah. And
also, Zack Snyder's Justice League has how many views, and it still has that low under. Yeah, maybe probably like 3 million by now.
A lot of those views are.
And I can't imagine a studio coming in there and being like, "Yeah, we're gonna reboot everything again."
No.
Like, give me. Here's the thing: things don't fail because of one episode, not project. Because I'm sorry, I think Peacemaker as a whole is a fantastic project. Say what you want to say about the final episode.
The final episode is just a post-credit scene.
Yeah,
it's an epilogue.
Yeah, it was an epilogue post-credit scene episode. Okay. That should not deter anybody from being like, well, James Gunn should be canceled.
The problem is that everyone saw Warner Brothers being sold, and then you had all your fans go, oh, it's because of Peacemaker. It's like, no, it's not.
Warner Brothers is a terrible company, and no one knows what to do with it. Okay?
I will say, as much as they are terrible, this year has said their best year.
And I'm going to say this. We could sit here and talk about how bad the CEO is.
And I watched Sean Campio. I listened to the numbers. I told people this too. I said, listen, as much as y'all hate David fucking Zaslav, let him get in there. Because right now, that after 2022, like going into 2023, is still not him. Let him get to 2024 and 2025. That's where all of his stuff is coming out. Sure, 2024 was rocky. You had Joker 2 bomb under him, which, again, stuff happens.
Yeah.
It's Joker 2 is just a bad movie too.
Yeah. And I blame the director on that.
And
one.
people have been saying, oh, well, the Flash bomb. Okay, if they still had to put it out. It was a fully finished movie, unlike Batgirl. You put it out. People are turning around on the Flash now and actually love the movie. They're saying, aside from the CGI, the story is great. Yeah. I go, that's what I've been trying to tell people. Here's the thing. If you had fun watching the movie, you had fun. If it's the CGI, all right, cool, tough shit then. I don't know what the fuck to tell you on that one.
Here's the thing. Okay, we can sit here and talk about how bad the CEO is or whatever.
But to go from, I think the number was, Tom. The number was like, I think Discovery had bought Warner Brothers for like $40 billion.
It was down.
It was down to 40. So he cleared almost 30 million, 30 of debt.
Yeah,
Warner Brothers.
And you want to know how you do that? You gotta act some stuff. Yes, it sucks that like your favorite animated TV show is not on Max at the moment.
Yeah.
But guess what? The longer it's on Max, that's small money that goes to them. And if no one's watching it,
that's why they license out a lot of their other shows, like Batman animated series is on Prime.
Disney's now licenses their stuff out.
Yes, because they realize they can make money that way again.
Here's this is the one thing with off topic with the Warner Brothers is that Warner Brothers was worth like a bunch of billion dollars when AT&T bought Warner Brothers. They sunk it.
Yeah,
but also too, we had a pandemic. I get that. We didn't know what was going to happen to the movie theaters. That was a very big thing.
Yeah.
So it went to these straight to go because once it was released, the next day it was out. It was out on Max. And
a lot of those movies made money that way.
It all made money, but
because someone tried telling me Godzilla vs. Kong made no money, I'm like, are you serious? That was the first big IMAX release.
Here's the thing: if it didn't make any money,
it wouldn't have got
another sequel,
and it wouldn't have gotten now Supernova.
Yeah.
Another movie that really cost Warner Brothers a lot of money is the Snyder Cut. The Snyder Cut cost a lot.
It was like $40 million.
Yeah, that's $40 million.
$70 million.
That's
$70 million.
That's money out. They drenched Warner Brothers from dying. Literally.
It was John Campbell. So like Warner Brothers was on like a life table. Like it was barely.
My dad calls it "Why Bother?" and called DC at the time "Don't Care."
Yeah, I mean, to me, I hate the sell, and this is just me conspiracy theory. I feel like there's some sort of money laundering going on.
There's always been money laundering.
Another company buys another company.
This isn't the first time Warner Brothers has been bought by other companies. AOL AT&T,
Time Warner.
Time Warner, Discovery now.
Or Time, I should say.
Well, Discovery, but but the bigger companies now.
I also remember when, was it Warner bought Atari?
Yeah.
And then they went, yeah.
That was dumb.
Yeah.
But Warner Brothers will always stay.
Hey, if you ask me on the conspiracy theory side, I think Xbox they're ready to sell that. Microsoft is ready to sell that whole division. I can see Sony just scooping up the Xbox game division entirely.
No, so I don't see that. Because they spent so much money getting all these other companies. They're just going to license everything out. They're just going to be game
that's why also Microsoft Xbox bought Activision.
Mm-hmm.
They give more money from the licensing of like the Call of Duty franchise and a few of the other big Activision.
The big money making game, right?
Candy Crush.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they bought it too. But also it was Call of Duty generates like over, I think, like $1 billion each year. And it's crazy.
Well, Candy Crush is like $3 billion.
Yeah, because what is it? It's King Games?
Yeah.
What's the company under them?
Yeah, I think Blizzard bought them, and then.
But also Blizzard was in horrible shape after that because their CEO was a big piece of shit.
Yeah,
Overwatch was kind of flat until they did Overwatch 2, and it still did nothing.
All right. Well,
yeah, all right.
We'll talk about that later.
We got to talk
about Halloween.
That's for